Hey everybody, you all know me as the Grump. I figured I'd do something a little different this time. I figured what I would do is come out here and just share with you a story from a long time ago, back when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, and 16 years old. Now this story is about a place in Old Town, Maryland. It was a teenage boys forestry camp. It's called New Dominion. And I was there for about 4 years. And while I was there, we had the furthest campsite away from the lodge and from the parking lot, from where the entranceway and the just the intro to the place. Anyways, this place was made up of 6 little boys groups. They were all taken after the names of Indian tribes, and they went like this. There was Shadaho, Nataka, Kanuka, Kamate, and Honishi. The 6th one that was added, the name of it went Kanataka. So that's how that one went. We all had our own group calls. Ours was Kamate. Then there was Honishi, Shadaho, Nataka. And that was our group powwow, end of the day, sign off. This took place back in 1983, 84. At the beginning of the year of 83 is when I had my last encounter with a Bigfoot that was a big Bigfoot. That sucker was huge. It was wide, probably an expansion of the width of about 3 to 4 feet. And it was every bit of about from, well, a little hard to describe, but let me see if I can get you there. Just on this side of the tree. Up. There is a green brush sticking out. That's about how far it was. If I were to take a guess, I'd say about 600 feet. Maybe 800 feet away at most. And I'm not good with that kind of calculating. But anyways, that thing's roared and scared me half to death. Now, after that, let's get back to New Dominion. So at the end of the year, I ended up going away to a place called New Dominion. And the following year, the beginning of this, during the winter I reckon, started noticing a black silhouette at the top of a hillside that's very similar to this one. Okay? Our group, our forestry camp would be right here, and it'd be a landing space that we cleared out, and approximately a space of about 3 by 500 feet, 300 feet wide, between 2 hillsides like this, and they went down into a little, hollow. And but up on the one side here, there was always a black figure up there. We could never figure out who or what it was. Now sometimes you could tell that they had a trench coat on and they would wave, but then there was the other times where of awkward hours, like 4:30 in the morning, just after the crest break of dawn, and the damn thing would be playing peekaboo behind a tree. Well, you'd think, well, all right, it's the same old man that owns the property. No, it's not. Now, there was a couple times when we were in group meeting, and we'd look over, and the thing would come halfway down the hill, and it would be behind a tree, and you'd just see the front facial silhouette of it. But as much as we tried to make sense of what we were looking at, if our staff member at one time took off up the hill after it, and it booked like lightning. And then one time, several of the guys came over to the urinals, which were at the base of the hill, and they were peeing in their urinals or making it look like it. And they just started etching their way up the hill. Well, about the time they get halfway up and they're trying to lay eyes on this thing, it takes off, but it runs down, all the way down that way. And you could hear it tearing off. It wasn't like a human. It was like a raged lunatic. But which brings me back to my other point, was that all my encounters of juvenile Sasquatch was pretty basic, in that, you know, they were scrawny looking, monkey looking things in the body. And then the head on the two juveniles I encountered, well, they were round like basketballs, or to say like a pie. Just a huge round pie, you know. I don't think it's far from the shot there if I were to say, you know, that's a 24-inch pie, not a 12-inch, 24-inch pie. But anyways, so I figured it'd be really nice to come down here and shoot the breeze and tell my story from this location. And I figured I'd give you a lot of visual to look at when me and my dog are just chilling and looking around. Now, I did determine that if I could have gotten across this thing, that I would have gotten over there on one of them sides and just sat there on the hillside. You guys want to talk about knocks? When I was a kid, the juvenile Sasquatch up around Deep Creek Lake, Deep Creek Lake, when they hit the wood, it sounded like someone knocking on a door. And I don't believe like all these lunatics out there think that these damn things are picking up wood and just banging it off of other trees. Come on, man. All right, how do you find how do you find a dead piece of wood just at random? And look, I'm gonna even throw you some evidence to prove this is about right, and that I don't believe they are. Just in my own experience, I never seen them pick up a random branch and bang it off a tree. That I did not. I'd never seen it, to be honest with you. I never seen them bang off at anything. But I did see her bang on a tree and then rip the bark off and then pull the tree. It was a pine tree, and she pulled grubs out of it. And then she gave me one. But I'm going to tell you something. They're not about feeding everybody else. They're definitely just about themselves. What a beautiful view. What mysteries are hid under this state park? The state forest. National forest. Girl. No. Over there eating nothing. That's what you're eating, nothing. You eat your dog food when you get back to the truck. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to share the little story with y'all. And it was like, this went on for 4 years, man. And it's like numerous times guys were like, what the hell is that? You know? And it was jet black. Again. Not jet black in the nature of like how the old man was in his trench coat, because you could tell when you seen his head, you know what I'm saying, that you were looking at a man in a trench coat, okay? And that was in the winter and in the fall, but not much in the spring and in the summer. He just looked like an Amish person walking around. You know what I'm saying? That's what he looked like. And I think his last name was Cutchinson. Again, this is a long time ago. Give you some nice looks. That's probably a good ways away. That would probably take a good hour to get up there. Well, I don't know per se for sure. But I will say, guys, I do believe Sasquatch has been in this area. Just a little further down south of where I'm at. about a quarter mile, half mile. Matter of fact, on the other side, this little river right here, or the stream, I mean, this thing's probably about 40 feet across. It goes straight down that way. Now, it's hard for me to see in the camera. Okay, so it goes all the way down here, all the way down there, straight down there. And then you see that mountain right there? Well, that comes down and tapered into a little pie shape, and this river or creek goes around it. But anyways, now I think it's about a mile down. That's where I found this TP tree structure up against the other trees. I did that video last week, I think. Well, I'm back here again, and I'm just here because, well, I wanted to share my story with you guys from the horse's mouth. And, you know, I do want to acknowledge that on a couple occasions, we would look down that way to the south of the campsite and see that same black figure on the other side of the barbed wire fence. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Nice and peaceful. I don't see nothing in eye pitch of anything anywhere. Up there, of course, that's out of eye pitch, and there's a lot there. All right, girl. All right, guys, I'm out of here.